So it's Friday night, it's absolutely beautiful. And I'm out at Moriata, climbing up to the top of the downhill track with my MagicShine Monteer 6500. So it's the sole light, I'm not running any other lights, which is kind of a bit of a sin. So you should always at least run one on the helmet, and then if you got a powerful light you put it on the bar as well. But I'm going the almighty 6500 lumen on the bar, and we're going to see if it's enough to ride without a helmet light, which I don't think it is. It's definitely bright enough, but when you're going through technical stuff and you need to be kind of looking ahead, you want your light to be pointed where your head is and not where your bike's pointed. So it's going to be interesting for sure, and if nothing else it's just fun. I haven't done any night riding this year outside of just riding to friends' places, and I bought this light in the middle of winter, so I've had it for quite a while but never got out on the trail. So this is it, Monteer 6500 at Moriata. Let's see how she blows. The Monteer 6500. It's the only light I'm running, no helmet light. Let's see if you can ride at night at pace with just a single light. Beautiful night, stars are out. It definitely pays to know where you're going, because you know what? I reckon if I shoot it up a little bit, it might take the glare off the base and give me a little bit more projection. But I do think most certainly that I want a helmet light for sure. This is killer, but it's only ever projecting where the bars are pointing. So oh, it's not too bad getting around them turns, but it's certainly easy because I know where I'm going. But yeah, things like that where my eyes are up in the darkness, that's not what I want. I just serviced my forks tonight as well, which is cool. They feel quite butter smooth. Had a hard line through here. Whoa! Don't quite have that coil dialed at the back. It's good, but it's not better than I can get the air, that's for sure. It is good, but not excellent. I think it's just the convenience of a coil is the go. Like, never have to check your air pressure. As long as it works well for your bike and you can get a good riding position, it's cool. Yeah, you definitely need a helmet light. There's spots that become dark as you're moving around or setting your bike up for something where you really need the light shining, which is where your eyes are. So as powerful as this light is, and believe me, it's powerful. Hey, how you going? Whoa!
James.
Little Sammy.
How's it going?
Look at this guy.
What's happening?
So this is it, the Monteer 6500 MagicShine Big Daddy up the front. So you got 3 big white spotters, and then these 2 at the bottom are more like a yellow light. I guess the white ones displace light everywhere, and these yellow ones are more, I don't know, you know what? I don't know, I'm just babbling. I don't actually know how they work, just what they look like when I'm using them. So these are more yellow, the bottom ones are more yellow, the top ones are more white and bright. It goes through heaps of different modes, so if you double click you can turn it to, you've got all 4, obviously that turns it on, the click turns it on. You've got all 5 lights on at once. Double click, you can have just the top row. Double click again, you can have just the bottom row. And then single clicks, so let's get back into full mode. Single clicks, lowest brightness, mid brightness, higher brightness, highest brightness, and then flashes. Now, very good light, but as you can see from the footage, it's not better than the Gemini Titan, which is a 4000 lumen claimed. This battery's supposed to last for quite a while, 1.2 hours at full brightness, which is killer. I've never seen it go dead or go flat on me, and I've used it heaps for commuting, but only once for trail riding. It was really good. This mount, so it's an aluminium mount, so solid mount with just like a Garmin fitting, which is cool. It's got a couple of different shims for 31.8 handlebars or 35 handlebars. So this obviously fits the 35 handlebar, but this clamp will go down to a 31.8 with the right shims in it. That's cool. All comes in the box. Can you use it for a single light? Nah, you need a headlight. You definitely need a torch on your helmet, and I'd recommend getting one that's GoPro mount compatible. So a lot of people have already got GoPro mounts on their helmet. If you don't, they're quite easy accessible, they're cheap, they're effective as well, they stay put, they never come off, as far as I know anyway. I've never had one come off. So I'm into the GoPro mounts. So you need to find a light that is compatible with the GoPro mount, so you can put it on your full face, so you're not riding at night with a half lid. And do what you want, obviously, it's none of my business, but just minimise the risk, minimise the chances of something going terribly wrong. If something goes wrong, you want this, you know, the front of your brain covered. I've talked about it a million times, but night riding, you definitely need a headlight. I thought with the Gemini I was real close to being able to run a single light, just the light on the bar, but the problem was I couldn't see to the sides. I could only see everything at the front, and it was so bright. This thing's probably $100 cheaper than the Gemini, and dollar for dollar it's as good. So it's a little bit, it says 6500 lumen, but it feels like it's a little bit less bright. It certainly feels like it's a little bit not less bright. Things are a little harder. The perception of what's coming is a little bit different. Now it's been a while between tests, so I might just be, it might just all be in my head, but the Gemini feels like it's ever so slightly brighter, but it's also more expensive. So this is certainly up there. This is killer. Super bright. It's light. This never ever moves, especially with this rubber shim. It never moves. I don't have to over tighten it. I rarely put any tension on it. Like honestly, last night there was not a lot of tension on there. It wasn't like definitely not the tension you'd do on even a handlebar grip. You know, more the tension you'd do on a brake lever, even a little bit less than you do on a brake lever. So it moves if you crash without braking. And it never moved. It was fine, but it would pivot if I crashed, I'm sure. Good design. I like that. I like this. I love the light. But I think I'm going to get a Raveman 900. So I think you need 1,000 or close to 1,000 on your helmet for it to be effective. I've run a 600 before on the helmet. It's a waste of time. Well, it's not a waste of time. I shouldn't say that. It's less effective, so you won't be able to ride as fast. You don't have that feeling of confidence that you know exactly where your tyres are going and you can see what's coming, and you're not fooled by shadows. So the more dull helmet you can be, dull light, you can be fooled by shadows. So I think the Raveman 900 is probably perfect. It's only a little stick. It's got its own battery in it, so you don't have to run a cable to a backpack. You don't have to ride with a backpack. Minimal. I want the setup to be minimal, fast, minimal faff. I can just chuck them on, go for a ride. Not big on night riding, but when I do get the urge to go, I want to have, you know, the stuff that I need to go. So excellent. It's an excellent light. But if you're comparing it to the Gemini, the 4000 to the 6500, the Gemini is as powerful for sure, if not more powerful. So thanks Whippets, you guys hooked me up with this. I still paid money for it. I got a little bit of a discount, but bugger all. And I just want to, you know, obviously support the shop, obviously support the local shops. At the moment, more than ever, we're in a crazy world, we're in a crazy time, and you've got to keep your money as close to home as possible. No more buying interstate and international. Maybe interstate's cool. Interstate's alright, but definitely international. You know, I'm going to try and avoid buying international where I can. It's hard to do. Everything's international. Everything's owned by internationals, or you got to get it from. So it is what it is. But anyway, transition. We got the coil on there. I'll do a video about that soon. Good, not great. It's, yeah, the air shocks are tremendous these days. So I'll go on about that in another video.